Occurred the 17th of April 2017, 21 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: sphere. Duration: 5 minutes. Know of observers: 1. About 10 red lights rising in the sky. Appeared to maneuver. Second sighting in 5 years. Same part of the sky. Saw a number of red lights in the sky. Appeared to be distant. Originated below the horizon, obscured behind buildings, and rose in the sky while moving steadily from left to right from my perspective. Lights were north and east of my position. Lights moved with constant speed but did not follow a constant path. Vertical component of velocity changed. Lights changed rate of rise and at some points descended. Horizontal component seemed steady. Saw about 10 total lights. Initially saw them when coming around the corner of a building that obscured the sky, and immediately say about 7 in the same part of the sky. No obvious formation to them, but they were all in the same few minutes of arc in the sky. One by one the lights faded and disappeared. As the last of the original lights disappeared, a new one rose into view, then another at wide intervals. They all rose and then disappeared as the original 7 did. Did not appear to be flares as they steadily rose and covered a very large distance, assuming hey were far away, as was my impression. Again, they appeared to change vertical component of velocity several times. My sense was they were maneuvering. I have seen this phenomena before in the same part of the sky from a nearby, 2 miles away, location about 5 years ago. I am an avid airplane enthusiast, an atheist, and a general skeptic. I am not prone to false beliefs and delusion. These were not aircraft lights or flares. I do not believe they are alien craft, but I cannot explain them by phenomena known to me.
Occurred the 13th of June 2016, 0 hours 15 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: unknown. Duration: nightly. Know of observers: 2 characteristics: lights on object craft repeatedly above the South Bend airport. Drone or what? I have seen a strange object in the sky for well over a year. It appears to be hovering above the South Bend airport. It is definitely not a star or satellite. I have seen this thing many times and it does move. I can't tell if this is some sort of craft used by the airport or military, and I can't find anything about this object. I was wondering if it's some sort of drone, but it stays in the sky for a long time and the lights on it are extremely bright. I've seen it with different lights, red, green and white, and not always the same. I don't have any sophisticated equipment to get a good look at it. I've tried a cheap telescope, but I can't make out any definitive shape, although it clearly wasn't anything I've seen before. I would imagine someone else besides my family has seen this thing, and if so, maybe someone knows something. All I want to know is what this is.
Occurred the 31st of July 2013, 20 hours 59 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: light. Duration: 2 minutes. Know of observers: 2 characteristics: lights on object. Bright light moving fast out in the cornfields. Was driving east on Douglas Road just past Capitol Avenue. Saw a bright bluish light traveling in the field to my left over a cornfield. It speed up ahead of us and crossed over to the right. Then it proceeded to travel west very quickly. I asked my wife to keep an eye on it. It started to head upward and faster, then was just gone. It was low enough that we saw it when it crossed the road to be in front of the tree line along Bittersweet Road. So I think it went behind the house on the left and crossed the road in front of the tree line to the right. It was too low to have traveled down Bittersweet.
Occurred the 25th of December 2012, 19 hours 51 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape: unknown. Duration: 40 seconds. Know of observers: 2 characteristics: aura or haze around object. 2 orange objects set apart in the sky more than 4 moons apart moved in tandem, then one disappeared shortly followed by the other. My wife and I looked out our car window and saw two orange objects which my wife says looked like bisected spheres glowing and hovering in a stationary manner. As we approached a stop sign that was in line with their position, one object disappeared, followed by the other briefly thereafter. Also, my wife tried to take a picture but couldn't get an image on her crappy old phone.
Occurred, the 18th of June 2016, 23 hours 35 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape, light duration, approximately 5 minutes. Know of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object, 2 red lights hovering near Irish Hills. One vanished, the other stuck around until I got out of my vehicle and tried to get a better vantage point, about 3 minutes later.
Occurred, the 15th of April 2016, 11 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape, fireball duration. Know of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object, aura or haze around object. Left a trail, a shooting ball of fire downtown South Bend on Friday night at 11:30 p.m. My boyfriend and I were leaving a friend's house over by Main Street, downtown South Bend, when we pulled off we seen a big ball of fire go by so fast that before we knew it, it was gone, but seemed so close. At first we thought a shooting star, but it seemed to close like the ball of fire could have reached the ground.
Shape, fireball duration, 4 minutes. Characteristics: lights on object, a strange sound followed by a ball of light moving at the speed of light and sound over South Bend, Indiana, on Friday, July 17, 2015, at 2130 hours. EDT: an adult male looks outside of his vehicle after hearing a loud strange noise in the sky and sees a lighted object moving at the speed of light and sound. It lasted approximately 4 seconds. The object suddenly disappeared, followed by the sound.
Occurred, the 22nd of August 2017, 21 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape, changing duration, approximately 4 minutes. Know of observers. 1 characteristics: lights on object, changed color, thought to be star or planet. Last night I stepped out onto our patio to have a smoke and enjoy the cooler weather. My backyard faces west, with a generous rural view. Usually I drink my morning coffee while looking at falling meteors. After sitting down, I looked out at the night sky. Over to the northwest part of the sky, I noticed a bright yellowish star or planet. No big deal. After playing a game on my phone, I looked up and the light had moved closer. This caught my attention, so I stood up to look a little longer. It was moving southeast. Thought it was a plane, but there were no wing lights or sound. As I watched, I called to my wife to come look at this. Then all of a sudden the yellowish light changed into a white highlighted arrow shape. It changed patterns a few times, then stayed on the arrowhead shape and disappeared. Have never seen anything like this ever. As far as my personal background, I'm an artist, and my eyes are trained to see what's there, not what I want to see.
Occurred, the 6th of May 2018, 23 hours 51 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location, South Bend, Indiana, USA. Shape, light duration, several minutes. Know of observers. 1 witness reported a light zigzagging and maneuvering at incredible speed. Witness noticed an object with blinking lights moving at an incredibly high rate of speed and zigzagging through the sky. It would stop abruptly and then accelerate, covering large distances. It also went straight up. Video taken. Observer was standing in his driveway facing west when he first saw it. When he last saw it, it was in the eastern sky. It basically traveled the north in an arc around his position. He first noticed the object due to the pulsating lights and the erratic movements. It was also traveling incredibly fast. Witness is confident that it was not an airplane or helicopter or blimp or any other flying object that he had ever seen. It was reportedly very high in the sky, appearing to be at an altitude of an airplane. He lost sight of the object after it traveled to the eastern sky beyond his line of sight.